If you can just, what's the hardest part? How long does it take? Like, for your own experience in terms of going to a new team, what are the things you have to do with the coaching staff, with your teammates, et cetera?
I think the hardest thing to do is figure out a way to implement yourself in a system without like stepping on someone's toes. I feel like that's what, especially, you look at our situation in our team, you have a guy like Russ, ball dominant guy, and you have James, ball dominant guy. I think the one area and reason it's been able to work is because they've actually been best friends far off the court even before they've gotten here. But it's tough because you want to remain aggressive and be yourself coming into a new situation, but you also don't want to mess up something that's good, especially if you're going to a team that's already good. You know what I mean? It's a lot harder. If you're going to a team that hasn't been good, then it's like, all right, well, I'm here, it's going to help. But if you're going to a team that's like a really good team already, then it's like, I don't want to mess up what they already have going on. So it's just a process, and that's why it always takes time to like fine tune each other and figure out how to play with one another. And we're still like far away from where we need to be, especially on the defensive end. But we're coming along.
So you had to do that when you came to Houston, already good, as Russell has to do it the same thing.
Yep.
Watching him, did you think early that he wasn't, like he was kind of making sure he didn't step on toes?
100%. I thought he was deferring a little bit in the beginning, just due to the fact that like I didn't think he was as aggressive as the Russ that I grew up, playing against. And now you can see him starting over the past couple of games. Him come along, and it's a process for him too, because what we do is not something he necessarily does. We shoot threes the whole entire game, and layups. He doesn't really shoot the three as much. You know what I mean? His thing's all mid range. So Russ is like the one exception that can shoot a mid range. If I shoot mid range, I don't think I'll be. I'm gonna hear that buzzer. I'm going to the bench, but it's so fun to watch him play because I haven't seen anybody play with that much energy, and I think that's why he fits in a lot quicker than somebody else, because I've never seen someone match his energy. Like, it's ridiculous how amped he is every game. It's like every single game. And
with James, fitting in with James is not easy for a lot of guys. You have to
know how to. You have to be patient. You have to be very patient. You have to be ready at all times, because you might go up and down the court 5 or 6 times and not get it, and that can throw somebody off. But then he might throw it to you 3 times straight. You have to be ready to go. It is a process. It was new for me. Everybody here has their niche and their role. And some nights I get the ball and I can have 20, and then some nights I can get the ball and I have 5 points, and you have to be okay with that. And that's just what it is. And if everybody accepts that role, and if everybody understands that James is going to do what he does and Russell's going to do what he does, and everybody else has a role to fit in, then we'll be fine. You know what I mean? And I think we're starting to do that now. It's just a process.
You've had a lot of real nice moments in your career. Last week may have been one of the nicer non-basketball moments with the first game between these guys.
Yeah.
Just tell us what you were thinking.
It just happened so fast. Those moments, I've grown to enjoy them more. I used to not like the tension because it was not about basketball. It was about me and my dad. And then as I've grown older, now I'm a father myself. I'm just like so appreciative that like I get to do this. Like, how many guys can say like they're about to go play against their dad? Like, it's something that I hope me and my son could do one day at some point. So like the fact that I could even get him a technical or try to instigate anything, like after the game I laughed about it, and I was just scratching my head just thinking how lucky I am that stuff like this happens. If there's an opportunity tonight, I'm gonna do something. I don't know what it's gonna be, but at any moment. And I guarantee, I already know he's going to do something with me tonight, so I'm just going to try to focus on the game, but I can see it coming, yeah.
Sure. One quick question about the pace, obviously, from last year to this year is night and day.
Yeah.
How much fun is it to play at this pace?
That's Russell, man. Russell has changed our team. We play that slow style when we get a rebound. James gets it, he kind of does his thing, and everybody has to move around him. But when Russell gets it, it's like, he's shot out of a cannon. And if you run with him, he will pass. Russell's looking to get assists. He's looking to set up for his teammates. Everybody had to be in better shape in camp because of just one man. Because when he gets it, he's going, and his whole thing is get to the basket. But if he sees someone in his way and someone's to the right or left, he'll throw it. So every time, and I actually get the luxury to play with Russell the most probably. I think I get him early, and then he comes back and gets James. So it's fun.